Oh look, Matchy uploaded a new video, changing the future of Dark Magician. Well, if Matchy can change the future, I can change the past! Wait, what? That's right, baby, I'm gonna be promoting Primite Dark Magician with the new support. Wait, Matchy's already done it. Damn it! Welcome everybody to the best Dark Magician Primite deck. Yeah, baby, this is the Caveman Unga Bunga Chunga Dark Magician deck. This is the deck that can slap cheeks and compete probably with the meta in the future when we do get all these cards. Now, we don't know what the meta is going to be then, but damn does this deck do some cool shit. Let's get into the 2-card combo. We got the Barrel and we got the Magician's Soul. It's going to do pretty much the basic Primite stuff. It's going to say, hey, let's go get everyone's favorite Lordly Load. There it is. I couldn't find it. Alright, we got the Lordly Load here. We're chilling. Activate load. Load effect. Going to be able to grab Drill Beam. Of course, you could grab Roar as well, but we're not going to be able to use it as of right now. I think you're just better. We got Primite Fusion here too. I think you're just better off getting Drill Beam for now and chilling. Now, Magician's Souls here, of course, can summon itself and then send stuff for draws. But I think what's a little bit better in this scenario is to actually summon the Dark Magician, because we will be able to summon it later off load, but it won't be able to contact Fuse like it's about to, so I think it's pretty important. So we're going to go here into this fella, and this cool guy is going to say, hey, let's go search card. And of course you can search pretty much anything you need. It's normally going to be Gaze of Timaeus though, but yeah, searches any Dark Magician cards. Right now we've got Drill Beam, Gaze of Timaeus, like, this is kind of insane. If we can find a way to get to a link to, it's probably just S. That's probably the best one. Obviously, people are going to say, LOZA, you can go full Fiendsmith combo from here. Guys, Fiendsmith is not surviving another ban list, most likely. So, like, let's just chill on that. Like, I think we'll be all good. Anyway, we're going to set Drill Beam. We're going to set Gaze. We're going to use this great spell here that just says, hey, summon a vanilla because reasons. This unfortunately plays into Nibiru because we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will play into Nibiru, but it's a risk you have to take if you don't have Eternal Soul on the field. They're only going to Nibiru your Dark Magician and SP, which honestly isn't the worst. You still will have access to Gaze. You will lose Drill Beam though, but anyway, let's pass the opponent's turn and we'll show off all of the interactions we will generate. So one of the reasons we save Gaze until the opponent's turn is, well, for one, I believe it's good because it kind of plays around Super Poly. We have a lot of Darks on the field, as you can see, so we're going to want to get rid of, we're going to want to use SP before we do anything else, and possibly Drill Beam as well. This also helps play around like Dark Ruler no more, and those other generic cards your opponent might start with. They might start with a Lightning Storm, calling the back row. You're going to go, cool, I'll chain the Gaze now, or you can use the Drill Beam, right? It gives you some options. But most of all, the Gaze effect that banishes your monster during the end phase of the next turn, you're going to basically skip a turn on that by using it on your opponent's turn instead of your own. It's pretty straightforward, but it's a thing we should mention because some people might not know that yet. We all know how good Normal Summon Barrel is, so when the opponent is going to Normal Summon their Barrel and use the effect, I think that's a pretty perfect time to say, no, we're going to Drill Beam that, please get out of the game, we don't want to deal with this. So Drill Beam on the first thing we see. Of course, this leaves the opponent's board open, which means a Kashtira monster could come out, or a Dark Magician. This is a little bit scary considering they have now used a spell. So I think on the summon of Dark Magician, this might be a good time. You can still get Super Poly though, but this might be a good time to go for Gaze. But since I've left it this late, this is just how it's going to be. Your opponent's going to go into Dark Magician of Destruction. They're going to go for a search. We're going to chain SP, trying to banish the SP itself, and this fellow right here. Say, no, please go away. He's still getting that search, and that's going to be unfortunate for us, but quite fortunately, his stuff's all banished, so whatever he searches here, he can search his own Gaze, but it won't really matter until the end phase of his turn, so still probably the good search target for him. Alright, at this point is where we need to activate our Gaze. So he's going to go ahead and mill another copy of Dark Magician here, and we're going to say, cool, but we would like to fuse. So you can get rid of the DM on board. I think it's just better to shuffle back Dark Magician to Destruction so you can keep looping it every turn, and now you're able to go into your Dragoon, and yeah, now you can kind of just chill. Your opponent can keep doing random plays, like activating effects. Obviously, they probably wouldn't do this, but yeah, you can just negate with Dragoon from there. I don't have a card in the hand, but naturally you will. And yeah, that'll be pretty good. So yeah, I really like that about the Primite engine with Dark Magician. It makes a lot of simple plays. I do try to play around Nibiru with a lot of my Primite combos. Clearly this one doesn't, but you could do it in a way where it does. It just means you don't get gaze or you don't get the vanilla on the field. So ideally at that end board, you don't have to put Dark Magician on the field if you have another Primite card in the hand or a Dark Magician in the hand. So there's merit to not using the load effect to summon Dark Magician, because it means you won't get Nibiru, you won't lose the SP Little Knight, and then yeah, you can just activate Drill Beam, revealing the card in hand. So you could also make the argument of not playing a Nibiru if your hand's good enough. Alright, let's look at a one card combo. Everyone loves talking about one card combos when it comes to the new Dark Magician support. So Roar, of course, Primite Roar becoming quite a good card now, being able to one card summon Dark Magician, but also meets the spell requirement to go into Dark Magician of Destruction, as you see I'm doing here. Now, of course, Dark Magician of Destruction's pretty cracked because it can search anything in the archetype. Except when you're met with one of these bad boys. What are we... Alright, I'm out. I'll catch you on the next vid. The one card combo loses to one interrupt, so I'll see you guys next time. Whoa, hold up. But what if you're playing Gaze of Timaeus at 3, and you can use it as a pseudo called by the Grave and go, gotcha. Get that Dark Magician of Destruction back in the extra deck, and literally just fusion summon whatever Gooner you want to put out. Whether it's actual Dragoon, whether it's Magi Dragon, whether it's Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, it's not particularly important. We're going to go and grab Magician's Rod, because Magician's Rod is the GOAT, and in this hand we have a normal summon Beryl, so you know that's why Rod is here at 1. Those games where you don't see Beryl or Primite stuff gets hand trapped, you can hopefully make your way to Magician's Rod and comfortably go get Gaze again, so you can be a Dark Magician gamer once again. Now we're going to link these guys away because they're way past their prime. What we're going to do actually is go put a Dark Magician in the graveyard, so we can keep our Dragon Knight in the graveyard. Except I forgot to put the field spell in. But you know, you do the field spell part here. And now we got Spheres, and we set this. And on the opponent's turn, you probably know what's coming up. We can activate that fresh Gaze of Timaeus. And sadly, in this example, we're going to have to shuffle back the fusion. But typically, you would have an extra Dark Magician here. But anyway, you're going to be able to get yourself 2 Dragoon, which I think is pretty cool, because Gaze is a card... Oh god, don't tribute a Dragoon away like I did. Don't do that. But anyway, as I was saying, it's pretty cool because typically I feel like Gaze is going to be a card we're playing at like 2 or 3. So I do think it's quite nifty that you can kind of use it as a pseudo Call by the Grave. And don't forget the fact that these cards do a lot of damage in the battle phase. I'm going to show you exactly how much right now. Alright, we put our opponent to 1100 life points, and we are going to take them all with the classic Magician's Rod and Magician's Soul's hand. Now, Magician's Rod going to go and get you the Soul Servant. Such a classic card to add with the new Gaze of Timaeus cards. Guys, I don't know what it is, but I'm seeing a lot of Dark Magician players not max on Soul Servant, and I feel like now, more than ever, is the time to max on Soul Servant. Like, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, but like, for this play right here, where you need to just meet a spell activation, and there's no spell in the deck that you can use here that's actually that good. So, like, you can get Circle, but then, like, it's stuck there, Salvation. Like, obviously they're good if you open them, but otherwise, you normally want to use Soul Servant right now to go get one of the fusion cards, and normally it's going to be Gaze. Let's say we open nothing, like no Circle, no Eternal Soul. Naturally, we're just going to go straight for Gaze, because we can make Dragoon off it, right? A lot of people are upset that this is Dragoon.deck, but that's how it is, right? Here is Dark Magician, able to now fusion into Dark Magician of Destruction, thanks to our beautiful Soul Servant play, right? That is why I just love Soul Servant so much, especially now with the new support. Even though it does nothing on its own, it's just so good. So here you can add a second copy of Gaze, or you can add Secrets of Dark Magic. So we're going to go ahead and add Secrets of Dark Magic. Now we are going to Gaze of Timaeus, going into Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, because this card also identifies as Dark Magician, so that's going to be pretty useful when we fuse in a second again. Swing with the Dark Magician the Dragon Knight for a nice 3k, and now you're going to be able to Secrets of Dark Magic, going into Timaeus the Magi Dragon, and this guy's on 2800, but when we attack him, you'll see he gets even bigger, being able to inflict... Yes, we would like to use the effect, make him bigger. And that is going to leave our opponent on 200 life points from 1100 all the way down to 200. Pretty nice for Dark Magician, considering our going second's never been that great. Alright, this is the bonus clip for all the absolute chads Now, if you want to do this correctly, you want to summon the Dark Magician first, just to play around as much of Bestials as you can. Ultimately, if they have a Bestial, you're probably going to lose the game anyway, but hey, we'll try and play around them when we can. Summon the DM first, then go for Magician's Rod, then go for your Soul Servant. That's going to stay the same. They were starting off the exact same, but it is going to differ in a little bit when we're in the battle phase, so get excited for that. I really just love how this deck has some silly battle phase shenanigans now that we just kind of didn't have before. We had secrets, but that was kind of it. Now with Gaze and secrets, you can kind of do dumb stuff. I really like it. So, the opponent's on 11,000 life points once again. Let's see how far we're going to smack them down. Last time we got them down to 200. This time, I think we're going to take them all the way. Alright, we're going to go into secrets here. Well, sorry, we're going to add secrets here. We're going into battle phase now. Swinging for 2,800. So that's going to be Dark Magician Destruction. Cool, then we're going to hit with Magician's Rod as well. Now, last time I used Gaze of Timaeus first. This time we're going to do it a bit different. This time we're going to use Secrets first. Secrets is still going to summon Timaeus the Magi Dragon because this card is just really good. But before we swing with it, we're going to activate Gaze because this does put another spell in the grave for Magi Dragon. From here you can see we can go on all of these cards. Dragoon's great, Dragon Knight's great. We're going to go into Master Chaos just for a little bit extra damage. If you happen to load up your grave with a better card than Rod, that's also awesome. In this case, like, we're just doing it with the plain 2-card combo, which is just going to be Rod summoning, unfortunately. But as you can see, look at all the damage we just put on the field. 3,000 from Master of Chaos. We're going to hit with 1,600 from Magician's Rod. Look at the life points soar down. Our opponent only has 2k left. We're going to swing in with Magi Dragon. He's going to get the boost. We're actually going to push over the LP line this time. We're going up to, I think, 34. Yep, 34. Beating my opponent and beating them over by 1,400 as well. So, sensational, right? The absolute absurdity of Gaze of Timaeus and Secrets in the battle phase. You can just do so much. Anyway, this is my Dark Magician Primite build. So this is Unga Bunga, we're in the past. Machi changed the deck for the future. I'm changing the deck for the past, baby. We're still playing Unga Bunga Circle. We're still playing Unga Bunga Eternal Soul. Because you know what? There is more merit to these cards now. I know that might sound a bit crazy, but spells. We need to activate spells. Salvation is a spell. Yeah, it gets Eternal Soul, and then, oh, suddenly your Magician Souls, right, is now Magician's Rod, right? Opening Salvation and Magician Souls is kind of insane, right? Because it means you're going to summon Dark Magician off your souls, and you're going to be able to go into Dark Magician Destruction, go search Circle. Like, that's kind of crazy. Sadly, you banished the Dark Magician on the way there because of Dark Magician Destruction, so it does hurt a little bit. It doesn't quite make the DM triangle, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it does definitely help. And the fact that, like, we have all these spells we can play now is really good. I don't know if Primite Roar is going to be the play at... Oh, sorry, let me cut Upstart. I don't know if Primite Roar is going to be the play at 3. I was trying out 3 for the purpose of the video and the purpose of it being a 1-card combo, but it might be more realistic to play cards like Gaze and Roar maybe at 2, but I'll keep testing the deck and playing against some of my fellow Dark Magician companions in the DM Discord, and I will get back to you guys about all of that. This deck is completely going to change when people know what to hand trap, and let me tell you, hand trapping Dark Magician of Destruction is a pretty good way to go. Hence why I wanted to show off that, hey, Gaze of Timaeus can be used to dodge a hand trap on Dark Magician of Destruction if it's Effect Veil or Imperm, which is kind of nice. Now, Effect Veil or Imperm are the only 2 hand traps that stop Beryl, so there's also that, where if Dark Magician Destruction does get hit with Imperm or Veiler, or Magician Souls effect, potentially you can just go in a Beryl and be very happy because they cannot Ash Beryl. Of course they can Ash the load, but still, that means you're one step further, right? One step closer to where you want to be. So anyway, that's enough from me. Dark Magician of Destruction and Gaze of Timaeus really do amp up the deck. But, yeah, we're still trying to find the perfect ratio of a Primite Dark Magician deck. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you're playing in your build, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.